I actually hadn't heard of Raj Begum. And I'm ashamed to say that I had no idea who Raj Begum was. I don't live in Kashmir, so I don't know people of Kashmir. So to be there with a local crew, it was delightful. Such kind, sweet people.
OTT and chill.
नमस्कार, you're with me Salil and I'll tell you something. Sometimes मुझे लगता है कि आर्ट का मतलब बहुत चेंज हो चुका है आजकल. बिकॉज क्या है ना, 15 सेकंड में सब कुछ दिखाना होता है, कमर्शलाइज होना होता है, एक के बाद दूसरा आना चाहिए, ABCDEFG, and then you come into a world that you just see which feels like as if मैं actually 1950s या 60s में चले गया था. और यहाँ पे मैं पूरा श्रेय मैं फिल्म मेकर को देना चाहूंगा. He just took you into the romance of the movie and that happens very rarely nowadays. So Danish, thank you so much for taking us into that beautiful romance. Songs of Paradise is fantastic because you need to be in love with cinema to enjoy cinema. It's not like, you know, आप देख रहे हो और 15 सेकंड के लिए आपने देख लिया, आगे चल गए. And performances बहुत जरूरी होती हैं. Soni ji, thank you so much for joining us. You're just so incredible on screen. Every time you come on screen, you know, it's just, you just know what to do. You know, it just works so wonderfully well. A person I think who surprised us, I wouldn't say because of performance, she says that you're just so good, Saba. You know, because it's a very tough role to play. जब लोग बोलते हैं ना कि authenticity maintain करनी है, जो आप लोगों ने authenticity maintain किया, I just want to clap for you. Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
And I know it's been a labor of love, so I'm going to leave it to first with you and then I'll come to the both of you. Just with you, Danish, just tell us about this process. It's fantastic.
I mean, Songs of Paradise is a very special film because it's a tribute to Padma Shri Raj Begum, a singer from Kashmir who has contributed so much to the music and culture of Kashmir. And it's one of those untold stories nobody knows about.
Yeah.
And I think me being as a Kashmiri, sort of a sense of responsibility to tell the story, it was always that was always driving me to make this film. And it's very special. I mean, because what we have done is we have recreated that world. We have recreated her songs, and it's an honor to be able to make this film.
But casting आपने बहुत खूबसूरत की है.
Yes.
Apart from you know the stars that are sitting with us, everybody else.
Yes.
आवाज से लेकर जो every nuance of the language बहुत मुश्किल लगा.
I think authenticity was very important for this film, and we were looking for actors who actually, you know, fit the role, but also are very, very authentic to these characters. And Saba is a musician herself; she's a singer. And when I saw her tape, actually she auditioned for it, and
Really?
I saw it, and right away I was like, oh my god, that is Zeba, that is Noor Begum. Soni ji is, I mean, we've been working together. It's an honor to have her play such a beautiful character, and she's always attracted to Kashmir. She wants to be there. She wants to be part of Kashmir and the world. And I think she herself have roots in Kashmir. It was, I mean, this is the ideal
Everything looks
cast.
so clean also. Kashmir में सब कुछ बहुत खूबसूरत दिखता है.
It's an ideal cast. Yeah, nothing like that. Even Zan, Taruk, they're all Kashmiris, as you know, both. So it was quite amazing to cast this film.
You said when you sent that tape across, actors को कई बार ऐसा लगता है ना कि ये थोड़ा मुश्किल लगेगा मुझे. I'm going to enjoy this process.
Okay, so I have to tell you, in the spirit of honesty, there was no tape.
Okay.
I was traveling at the time. I hadn't even heard about whatever. My manager called me while I was traveling that ऐसी film है and they want to read with you. I said, भाई I'm not in town, मैं बाहर हूँ. So he said, नहीं वो Zoom पे कर लेंगे.
अच्छा.
So I said, okay, Zoom पे कर लेंगे. Danish came on. I was like in the middle of like holiday hecticness. There's like, you know, people all around, and Danish got on a Zoom, and there was one more person on the Zoom with you.
So you hadn't read anything before?
No.
अच्छा.
So then I just had that, and they said, ये है अब ये पढ़ लो. So I said, ठीक है मैं बहुत बुरा पढ़ती हूँ. मैं dyslexic हूँ बहुत बुरी तरह. तो I can't read well, but मैं पढ़ दूँगी. So that was the audition. So मैंने पढ़ दिया बस.
ऐसा क्या इतना कमाल कर दिया उन्होंने?
I think Urdu language also. She was very like she knows how to read and write Urdu, and that right. I was like, oh my god, that's I don't know. It was also the musician, the look, everything sort of worked for the film.
Yeah.
Was that as easy a fit for you also, ma'am?
Actually, Danish and me have a long association. So the last, I don't know how many years I've been doing one music video after another. And I finally told him, I said, stop doing these music videos, let's do a film. But that's we've been also planning for a very long time. And then one thing or another kept happening and didn't work out. And then suddenly he said, you know, I've been wanting to make this film about this particular person. I said, wow, what an amazing idea. He said, I want you to play the older version. I said, without even reading a script, I said, yeah, of course, I'm there. Don't you dare not take me. So I think he was forced to take me.
No.
Also the music, it very, so I would have thought that you would have diluted it over a period of time. बट मैं जब देख रहा था मैंने कहा बिल्कुल डाइल्यूशन नहीं है. वो ऑथेंटिसिटी, इवन द काइंड ऑफ म्यूजिक व्हाट वी आर लिसनिंग टू, आई हैडंट हर्ड दिस बिफोर. यू नो, इट्स नॉट टू शो द इग्नोरेंस ऑफ व्हाट कश्मीरी म्यूजिक इज, बट जस्ट जनरली स्पीकिंग, जब आप एक फिल्म बनाते हैं जो एक बड़ी ऑडियंस को जा रही है शायद इंडिया में, यू नो, दे सॉर्ट ऑफ डाइल्यूटेड विद, दे डोंट कीप इट एज प्योर. डिड यू थिंक अबाउट डूइंग दैट?
I mean, the film is all about music. That's the most important aspect of this film, and we wanted to make sure it's as authentic as possible. And also because you don't know about these songs, that's the whole idea we made this film. It's actually, you know, Raj Begum had so many recordings. She's sung so many songs, and a lot of them don't have a platform. A lot of people don't know about those songs. She lost so many songs because of so many things in Kashmir, and we recreated those dhuns, we recreated those songs. And Abhay Sopuri, he's a maestro in Santoor music, and his father has also composed some of these songs, Pandit Bhajan Sopuri. And it was an honor to be able to, you know, recreate such beautiful songs with such deep meanings from that era. And we wanted to make sure we do 100% justice to it. We tried our best.
No, it's worked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody just watching for the first time is really wonderfully. And आप भी जो character के अंदर इस Zoom recording के बाद जो आपने काम किया है, incredible. So just tell me about that process, because it's difficult, I'm sure.
You know, I have to be really honest. I actually hadn't heard of Raj Begum. And I feel like that's another reason why this film was so important to me. I'm a musician, and I'm ashamed to say that I had no idea who Raj Begum was.
Well,
This
Padma
woman
Shri.
with the most Padma Shri, with the most prolific repertoire. You know, unke itne gaane, of course, a lot of them got burnt, and a lot of them got lost in time. But I had no clue. So, you know, this film actually was an introduction to Raj Begum for me. And what a story.
Yeah.
I mean, he, like you said, like he said it's about a musician, and I was like, oh really? I'm in. I'm in. Count me in. And the first, you know, woman to sing on Radio Kashmir. And about getting into character, I think the toughest thing for me to do was to find a balance between nuance. You know, because with accents, you know, oftentimes there's a...
Get caricaturish.
Yeah, to avoid being caricaturish and to hold back. For me, it was easier to go the whole hog than to hold back. And Danish, through the film, was like, pull back. Pull back. You know, it's easy to go like, you know, you can caricaturize something and go like 100. But to pull back is hard. So that was the toughest thing for me. And I think I was constantly questioning myself. And I was like, Danish, I don't know. And he's like, it's okay. Trust me. Just trust me. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. He's like, you're all right.
But I also like the nuances that you played with. Beautiful relationship with a husband. Nothing was, oh my God. अखबार में फोटो छपी है, अगले दिन आराम से आ गए हैं. It was not dramatic, you know. A lot of it could have been over dramatized as well, and that's what I liked about this also. ये अगर अवार्ड लेने जा रही हैं तो नहीं जाना, शक्ल नहीं दिखानी. You know, nothing was like a TV serial that could have been made like that. You know, that's what I also liked. You've underplayed it a lot, even though the setup is very political in nature. It's not like very out there.
I think the simple you are, you know, we want to keep it as simple as possible. I think it's more authentic the film gets, the storytelling gets, and we wanted to make sure we don't do too much. You know, we want people to feel about Zeba and her journey and the character.
Not use Kashmir too much as a
Yeah, don't force it. Kashmir is the setting. This is for Kashmir. It's an honor we're doing this for the music and the culture and traditions in Kashmir. Nobody has done this before.
And human stories, you know. And I find like places of regions of strife, I think often get either dehumanized or, you know, individual stories get overlooked.
Correct.
So I find that it's so important to keep telling stories of art and culture and people and music, and I think I'd like to believe that it hasn't really been done before.
No, it hasn't.
No, it hasn't been done.
At least I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
If it has, I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I've never seen Kashmir being presented like this also. Because
No.
of late, obviously there's a lot of other angles that come in there, but this is pure art I've not seen in a long
Even the human stories always have a, you know, have a backstory of
Yes,
the conflict or
that's right,
something.
that's right.
But here you have, and like you, even I haven't heard of Raj Begum until he said there's this Raj Begum. I said, oh really? Gosh. I said maybe I'm, you know, because I'm not really the most clued in person at where music is concerned. So maybe it was my slip up. But I think it was just the fact that she has not been taken to the rest of the country the way that she should have. And also it was because of the times, because you had Radio Kashmir, but it was not
Live,
enough.
yeah,
like
live.
today it would have been, she would have been.
But I was also reading that और a long career at Radio Kashmir also, almost 30 years.
Yeah.
तो ऐसा नहीं है कि 2-3 साल की बात थी.
नहीं.
She was also singing until like she died in 2016.
Yes.
She was still singing. She was still out there.
Why did you suddenly think about this? I mean, how did you suddenly? I'll tell you honestly, every filmmaker has a journey about Kashmir.
Right.
या तो ब्यूटी होती है, या कई बार पैसिव एग्रेशन होता है, कई बार कुछ बहुत सारी चीजें होती है. How did you suddenly come up about this?
Actually, there's so many artists in Kashmir and so many stories that are untold. This is just one of them, to be very honest. There's so much more culture and tradition people haven't seen before.
Right.
And I think it's easy to make a film on conflict and stuff that has come out. So many of them have come out. This was something like, there are so many artists, and Raj Begum was Padma Shri.
Yes.
And I actually loved her music. I'll be very honest, but the whole script was written inspired by listening to her old song.
Or used to listen.
That's the inspiration to
Wow.
us writing the script. I'm being honest with you, just the music. And then we started doing research on her, who she was. Of course, it's a fiction as well.
Yeah, of course.
It's inspired by her
Yes.
story and music. It's not a biopic.
Yeah.
So we did have that creative liberty to, still at the same time, we made sure we honored her legacy. We made sure it has the true spirit of Raj Begum with the songs.
Yeah.
But music has been an inspiration. I love music, I've been like listening to all kind of music. And actually, when I heard all her songs, I was like, this is so beautiful. You can just write a film just listening to those tracks.
But this,
I'm telling you.
But the music is a large part of the film as well. I like that also.
It's the first musical from Kashmir.
Was that process tough to sort of lock in?
Yeah. But I think just having Abhay Sopuri, who's already known for this kind of music, very authentic music, and does orchestral music as well, it became a little easier because his father had composed some of these songs.
Nice.
With Raj Begum. He has worked with Raj Begum. He's worked with all those legends from Kashmir. So it became so easy to sort of have
It's a legacy-making film.
And they were all so excited about the film. Like everybody was on the same page. Everybody wanted to do this because of the heart of what the story is about. To be honest with you, the whole film is shot in Kashmir, but most of the crew was Kashmiri.
Yeah.
Around 70% of the cast and crew are Kashmir based.
It's so nice too, because I mean, I don't live in Kashmir, so I don't know the people of Kashmir. So to be there with the local crew, it was delightful. They're such gentle, kind, sweet people. To think, that this place has been going through so much strife, and such soft people come out of it. It was
And
really
Kashmir looks like it's about 50% slower than normal life also. You just feel like
peace.
Even though it's a period, it's a period film, and we were still able to get those locations. Nothing has changed much.
Yeah, my
right?
God, yeah.
Yeah,
We have to do VFX.
Actually,
have to
that's
do
in
VFX.
fact sad. We know the reason for that. That's sad.
Yes.
The fact that hasn't happened is also lovely.
Kind of
And every
frozen
time I
in
go
time.
there, I always feel a little bit of a twinge in my heart that once too much development comes here, a lot of this will be lost.
Yeah.
But I mean, development has to come. It's
But I think
possible.
beautiful ode to arts, culture, and the artists at Kashmir. And since you're saying this is the first of many, do you plan to make many more?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Kashmir is, of
You're
course.
just waiting for the opportunities.
Yes. The opportunity.
Considering the pace of development, I think you still have the original locations for a while. But thank you so much for joining us, and
Thank
really wonderful ode to it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
समय ऑलवेज कम रहता है, लेकिन कम समय में भी छोटा पैकेट बड़ा धमाका हो जाता है. I'll catch you again soon. रेडियो सिटी पर सलील आपके साथ, एंड ऑफ कोर्स इस फिल्म के जो गाने हैं, you must really just sit और इत्मीनान से अकेले बैठकर आप सुनोगे ना, you'll be able to enjoy the flavor a lot more. Take care and bye bye.
रेडियो सिटी रग रग में दौड़े सिटी.